Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your Scorpio on Sunday reading. My name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I am going to use my energy oracle cards to pull you 7 cards for the week ahead. You can correlate them to the days of the week, or they are simply 7 messages for you for the week ahead, whichever resonates with you the most, my darling. This is for you whenever you're guided to see this reading, and it could be this week or it could be a week in a year's time. So let's see what wishes to come out for you. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to, do remember to hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to join as a member of this channel, I do offer some lovely perks as members, including an additional weekly reading, plus a monthly live session where I will pull cards for those that are present for that reading, amongst other things. So if you would like to join, do click that join button as well. Thank you as ever, my darlings, my darling Scorpios, for all your wonderful comments, your love, your support. It is extraordinary and it means so much to me. And so thank you so much. I am a very huge, grateful heart for all of you. So thank you. So let's move ahead with the reading. Let's see with the energy cards. And we're going to look at the first card, number 1. And this is, if you wish to look at it, this is Sunday. So we've got appreciation has come out. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to do these one at a time. Appreciation. It's on a Sunday sometimes, actually, when we do have that space and time and we're not so busy. It is a lovely time of the week. It is a spiritual day as well, to sit and reflect and take stock of our lives, of things that we are grateful for, things that we may have missed being grateful for, and also things that in hindsight, when we look back, we can see that there was a reason for it. Because within our, let's just call it sometimes our ego desires, within that space of that cloudy lens of life, we can lose the perspective of what actually could be happening for us if we were to stand back and look at it with that soul's awareness. And the divine plan for us, the divine design for us as a soul is inherent within us. And sometimes things that don't make sense to us at the time, we can then look back and with that gift of divinity, with the universes, with God's insight, it is all crystal clear for us. And the reason I'm saying that is because we've sort of got roses and thorns here. So I feel for many of you that roses represent love and relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic love, but any form of relationship. And they're very beautiful, roses, and they're something we want to lean in towards and we want to have with us. They're beautiful and they smell so gorgeous, but they can equally hurt with their thorns. But this woman here is taking this, she's choosing, she's got this single blossom here, this single blossom of a rose, and she's choosing gratitude. And you can see the sun is coming through. So the sun represents the light of the divine. It represents the universe. It represents a healing light. And it is within that space of choosing gratitude that you're actually releasing, maybe without you even knowing about it, any energetic resistance you might have held against something that you felt caused you pain, but you hadn't yet looked at that situation with gratitude. What did the universe do for you in hindsight that's so clear that maybe you couldn't see at the time? So and every time we're in that grateful space, every time we're in that presence of that feeling grateful, we're flooding ourselves with those emotions our subconscious has yet, and that brings more things for us to be grateful for. So that's a really lovely start to the reading. So now let's look at Monday and or the second card and see what else Spirit wants to show you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. So hostilities, yes. And the hostilities card, interesting enough, has sort of fallen over the appreciation card. So let me just show you this card here. So you may have been living in your life with a certain amount of hostility. And that is a very difficult place to be in. But it's time now for, Spirit is saying, with this appreciation card, for you to regain, to reclaim control of the situation. How do you regain and reclaim control of the situation? By reclaiming your energy, by taking it back. How do you do that? By choosing, first of all, to look at the nugget of truth in it, to look at maybe what you are calling towards you in order for you to release. So sometimes fear attracts to us things that we don't desire, but we think about too much, and we cause and create in our lives. But hostilities come from, as we know, a defensive, and this person here is very defensive behavior. Defensive behavior comes from somebody protecting themselves. And sometimes when people are living not consciously, subconsciously, therefore they're reacting, that defensive behavior comes across as attack, because in that moment of wanting to defend themselves and to protect themselves, they lash out, because in the lashing out, just for that moment, they feel that little bit better about themselves. So I feel that someone has been very, I'm going to say the word aggressively judgmental or critical of you. And maybe this is what's drawn you in to have this reading. But remember, that comes from their place of pain. It is not a reflection, my darling, of who you are. You are, and they are part of this divine oneness, experiencing life. And if you can step out and look at, come back to this appreciation card, pause to be grateful for what it is that you have received from this hostile environment. There will be a reason. And again, that's maybe why I said, well, thank you, Spirit. I said about looking back in hindsight. And in terms of regaining control, reclaiming your power, if you are not attached to them so much with a rigid, destructive energy of anger or fear or hurt, that kind of pain, but actually the energetic exchange you decide to give is one of compassion, but also a protection, that you take a step back. You take a step back, you look at the situation without anger, and within that space, you're reclaiming your energetic power. And within that space, you can choose how you wish to respond to the situation, not how you would react. Because reaction, my darling, brings more reaction. And I talk about that a lot, but it's one of the most powerful things to do. And if you do get reacted, if you do get triggered, then maybe with this person, if this is somebody that you've been with for a while, come up with a trigger word, come up with something that you can use rather than going into a deep explanation of it, just to say that one word. So that's maybe just something to think about, because that in itself brings you back into the present. So, but it's time for you to regain control, my darling. That is and sometimes the best form of control is to withdraw from the fight, is to take that step back. Is not for ego to fight ego. So let's have a look now for you for Tuesday, or the third card. Let's have a look to see what Spirit wishes to say. And there is, sorry, I'm going to go back to this card here. There is here, this is the autumn in this card. And this for me is saying that there's an awful lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of releasing that's happening at this time. So take that step back. You don't need, it's incredibly powerful to know so much about a situation and do so little. Generally, when we wish to answer somebody, when we're in this space, it is coming from us as an identity, personality, feeling attacked. And when we choose just to take a step back from it and not engage in it, then we are literally infusing the situation with a different type of energy. And that energy will be reflected in a ripple effect, because either this person will eventually dissolve and dissipate from your energetic structure because you are literally being indifferent to it, the law of indifference, or you are creating a space for this person to step up towards you. But either way, you're choosing not to engage anymore. You're choosing not to turn around. You're choosing to energetically move forward. So that is reclaiming your power and taking your power back. And you can make statements for yourself every day. And that's why you've got the Magician and the Mirror here. So Spirit is asking you, this is the third card, the Tuesday card, is asking you to state your intent, to state your purpose, my darling. And, you know, your thoughts, your desires, maybe your fears in this situation are always taking you somewhere. We're never in one place. We're constantly shifting. We're constantly changing. That's why a reading will never give you a definitive answer. That's why a reading is very open-ended, and it should be open-ended, because your future depends on your will and intent, depends on your perception of life. And we've all been given free will, and you can shift this any which way you wish for it to go. That is your power as the Magician. And what is being reflected back at you at this time is something that their soul at a very deep level is giving you in order for you to release something from you, and equally vice versa the other way. So if it is your purpose and your desire to move away from this, then make it a persistent purpose. Thank you, Spirit. Make it such a deep desire that you are creating that momentum. Because you remember I said, I think it was in your reading last week, just like the acorn is to the oak, what is there as our divine purpose, what is there as our divine intent, is already imprinted within us, like the oak is within the acorn. And that is part of the divine plan for you. So if you simply say, I simply desire that which is of the divine plan for me, that which is of the divine desire for me, and I allow it to flow and happen through me, then everything that is not of that design, everything that is not of that plan, will dissolve and dissipate from your life. But while you're busy with this resistance of this hostilities, you can't progress with that divine plan. However, within that space, if you look to see it as the greatest lesson of your life, you will propel yourself from this space at this time. So always aim, darling, for what is your purpose, what you desire. Aim for that. Keep that almost like a bullseye for yourself, and focus your intent and will. And if this situation, this hostilities at the moment, and this could be something to do with any form of relationship, my darling, also remember that as part of the divine plan, as part of the divine design, there are some things that are intended to cause us to wish to move from them, and they are caused and created by the divine design in order for us to move away from them. And again, we may look back on it in hindsight and say, oh, now I know what you were up to. So let's now have a look at Wednesday for you. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Wednesday, we have a journey. And so I really feel that if I know you are, if you're still listening here now, you are resonating and understanding this message for you in divine timing for your divine design, your plan of your life. And you've got here the journey, and it is number 2. So it's about making balanced choices. I feel that actually the way forward for you now is pretty clear. There's only one choice moving forward. In the past, there may have been other choices that you could have made. But this is, do you remember I said to you that what your design, your desires, whatever you're looking to do, it's already affecting with what's happening. It's already affecting what's happening with you now. It's already, what's the word, Spirit? Taking you somewhere. And it's taking you on this journey. So there is definitely movement at this time. Now, this could be you moving house, it could be travel, it could be all sorts of things, but it is very much connected with change. This is a bridge. It's a little old rickety bridge, so it might feel a little bit nervous. You might have a little bit of trepidation at this time. And Spirit is saying when you're on this sort of bridge of change, you are much more aware of things. You're much more careful. So be careful rather than careless. Be careful about what you're desiring at this time. If it's not part of something that's going to bring you great joy and happiness, it's not part of the divine plan for you. Be careful of rushing. Be careful of trying to get there too soon. Be careful of the words you express. Be careful of where you give your attention at this time. Careful rather than careless. And when we're in this space, we don't know. We kind of know there's just one. This is your purpose, your destiny, the next stage of your journey. It's signposted. It's clear. And one of the words that was given to me this week, which was rather lovely, is adventure. We all know an adventure is something that is unknown, something exciting, something that fills us with that sort of butterfly feeling. Isn't that interesting? It's a butterfly feeling. It's transformational. But adventure, Spirit told me, it's the advent of something. And the advent of something is the arrival of something or someone very important. So if you see now that whatever change is happening for you, to embrace it as an adventure, you are then beginning to, although you can't see it yet, get the sensation of the joyful anticipation of the advent of something that you have already manifested. It's happening through you, remember. So this period of time for you is one of great change. And I feel from looking at this card that you're ready for it. I mean, you're already on the bridge of change, but she's sort of got her arms out. She's got, the courts there representing the spiritual aspect of the decisions that she's made. She's feeling a sense of, and there is light surrounding her as well. She is ready. She is ready for a journey that is going to be inspiring. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an adventure. So Spirit is saying, get ready. And when this card appears, and if you are looking to relocate or to move or to something new for you, it is saying that with that understanding of it, and with your focus on that bullseye of what you're looking to do, and not being distracted on things on either side and things that you really don't want to get your attention, it's going to be something that goes well for you. So, but it comes back to that first card of appreciation at this time. Now let's have a look to see Thursday. Thank you. Oh, that's another, sorry, my darlings, that was from another deck. So let's see what else wishes to come out for you. There we go. Thursday. Envy. Interesting. What's on the bottom of the deck for that one? And a storm warning. So this is the law of indifference. Okay. This is what I'm getting for this one. There is, because of this storm warning here, I feel that there is some energy around you that is one of envy of you. Okay. Envy comes from a lack of understanding. a lack of understanding, and also a lack of appreciation about where somebody might be in their life as well. So there is, and can you see there, they're looking sort of out from where they feel is a place that is not somewhere they want to be to something else they want to be, but the door is open if they were to choose to see life differently. So this is a reminder that if you were to appreciate and understand that sometimes people's behaviors, and I go back to this hostilities card, can come from feeling a lack within themselves and a lack of value of who they are as well. And they can't see how somebody else can achieve that because they can't see that appreciation. They can't understand the steps forward to get to that. But you, I feel, have gone through also something similar. But you have shifted your focus. You have shifted your perspective of life. And we all, you know, it's a very interesting thing. And it's a reminder for us all that I come back to the divine desire within you, the creative expression within you, whatever that may mean, darling, whether it is love or life path, whatever it fills you with joy. That is the feeling to hold on to. That is the feeling to hold on to. Because when we, but it is also about holding on to, but letting go of the expectations of when and how and who. Let go of the urgency of it, because in the urgency of it, you're creating a lack. You're saying, I don't have. And in the I don't have, you're flooding your subconscious with a feeling of negativity. And that attracts back more. So I really feel for many of you, because you've got the storm warning on the bottom of the deck as well, which I am going to show you here. Whatever this potential, whatever this difficulty has been in your life with the hostilities and the envy card alongside, it is going to clear. This is a storm warning. There will, and I'm getting the words chaos, which is, thank you, Spirit, cause, has an omnipotent symphony. There is a rhyme and reason for this at this time. It is to release, it is to let go of, it is to clear, it is to clear away the debris, it is to make anew, it is to start afresh. So be aware, okay, you've already, because you can see the storm in this card, it's almost like a tornado here. You've kind of seen the signs, you know it's coming. So say that mantra, my darling, say, you know, say the mantra, you know, of the anything that is not for me. Thank you for it dissolving and dissipating out of my life, and everything that it is through me, through my true intent, through me for my true desire. Thank you for it appearing in my life. Thank you, with God's grace, with the divine grace, with the universe's grace, as part of the divine design, part of the divine plan. But Spirit doesn't want you to be fearful in this situation. Just be careful. Be careful of what you're saying, be careful of what you're doing, and spend most of your time observing at this time, because the storm is passing, it's going to pass, but it's going to create a new energetic structure for you. This is the old structure, it's coming down. There is a new structure coming in. And I feel it's to release this energy that's been around you for a while, this hostilities and envy. So now let's see what else Spirit wants to say. I can't remember where we are. I always do this, don't I? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we're now moving on to Friday. Let's put that card with that deck over there. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thank you. When we do get caught up in sometimes a negative space, we can get lost, as I said, in just like you'd get lost in a storm a bit, in the ego reaction. And so it is important that you, as Spirit is saying, keep it simple, okay? Keep it spiritually simple. And if you say over and over and over that you are simply desiring that which source energy, that which the universe, that which God desires for you, and that you're going to allow it to flow through you, you are creating a clear path out of this storm, because then the universe can present to you those opportunities. That's something to hold on to in the storm. Something or some things will happen for you. So let's have a look to see. Thank you, Spirit. So now we're going to look at Saturday, isn't it? No, have I done Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? I'm so sorry, guys. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thank you, because I pulled an extra one, didn't I, with the storm warning? Friday. Thank you, Spirit. What wishes to come out for Friday? Oh my goodness, this is so funny. I've got another one of the other deck here. Thank you. Door to value. Door to value has come out. So do you remember we talked about something coming in for you? This is an amazing card for this. This is a new beginning for you, because you have not only created and seen value of yourself, you have used this experience to understand more about yourself and how amazing you are, and how you can express yourself in ways that before may have caused more hostilities, but now it's creating peace. But as you begin to express yourself and see things differently and value yourself more, the door to value opens more and more and more for you. You can receive on the same perception that you're seeing yourself. So what you're seeing, like the magician in the mirror, is being reflected back at you. And this is beautiful, my darling. This is new beginnings, new opportunities for you. This is abundance. This is about creating that flow, because if we perceive that we are really here to receive, I know it sounds weird, doesn't it? We're here to receive. Thank you, Spirit. And the universe, or God, is the giver, and we're here to receive. But how can we receive if we've got our arms closed, going, no, I'm not good enough. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. And energetically pushed away. So to be open to receive, and this is why this is coming out for you, is because now you're beginning to embrace things that you didn't embrace before. You're beginning to be faithful rather than fearful. You're beginning to be fearless. And you're beginning to see and understand, because you have started to see the world through the universe's eyes, that actually there is magic in the unknown. There is infinite intelligence in the unknown. There is infinite possibilities in the unknown. And as you believe more and more, you are creating a wider and wider and wider, beautiful, energetic vibration around yourself in order to receive. So as you are living life consciously, my darling, and as you are living life creatively as well, and you know, when we live life creatively, it is not just in terms of our creative expression, in terms of things that we love to do or work at, but it's also how we live life creatively with our adaptation to experiences, because life really is only about the experiences. And when we can creatively apply our imaginations and our responses to life's experiences and situations, and see what has creatively come out of that for us, then we are living life consciously and creatively, because we're living it within an expanded boundary of both universal God and self-belief. And then we see the oneness in everything. It is when we live within the ego that we kind of create a very protective boundary around ourselves. So this is a really beautiful card about huge amount of potential for you. So now let's put that down. Now we're going to look at Saturday. I feel it's the last card now, isn't it? Yes, Saturday. Thank you, my darlings. And I'm going to pull one of, oh, that wants to come out. Yeah, so funny. Sorry, I used these readings in another deck, and what I must have done, thank you. Woman holding a coin. Number 42, woman holding a coin. So this is to say, like the magician in the mirror, you hold the ability to cause and create that which you desire. The key for this is your belief, both in yourself, in what you believe you're going to achieve. You have to believe it, darling. You have to believe it. And she is very much focused on that, and she's holding that in her hands. So this is a yes card for you, because when you ever see one pentacle, it's like a confirmation, affirmation for you that whatever it is that you are desiring, that divine desire within you, that conscious expression with you, that will and intent, that kind of focusing on that bullseye up ahead, that is a yes card from the universe. But when we're in that space, remember, we're meant to have a certain amount of fun and joy. So don't forget to have the fun and joy, because when you start to work hard at it, make the effort enjoyable. You know how sometimes we can sit and do things for hours on end and think, oh my goodness, is that the time? That's the kind of creative expression that you want to be in. So this is to say yes to what is something that is both maybe an experiment, maybe an endeavor, maybe an expression of yourself. Whatever it is, my darling, this is wonderful for you. And you are being, this storm warning is to come in and remove some current energies that are in your life. But also, because there's a cat here, do you see here the cat here? Because there's the cat here, and you've got here this sort of purple and everything. This is somebody, really interesting. This is somebody also that can be coming into your life. Be aware of somebody coming to give you an offer. Somebody who is speaking from the universe. This is a universal message for you, because she is very aware, and she has, you know, she has a gift. She has a gift for you. So there we are. So that's that. I do feel, where are they? Let's put those, because that was with those. Okay. So I pulled out these cards the other day, which are my Wildwood Tarot. I don't know which ones I was saying was my Wildwood Tarot for so long. Maybe somebody can tell me. But anyway, these are the Wildwood Tarot. So, and let's just see what else just they would like to say to you. Oh, hello, already popped out. Seven of Cups. Now this is it says morning. This is interesting. Okay, hang on. What else, Spirit? Thank you. And the Ace of Arrows, which is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so this is a little bit sad, this card. Seven of Cups, Seven of Vessels, morning. It's the longer you remain in a place of not wishing to make a choice, the longer you're going to remain almost stagnant. It's like stagnant energy. You know, moss grows on in forests where it's kind of damp and it's quiet and it's still, but it's kind of been there for a very long time. So it just means that there isn't movement. So the Seven of Cups is when you look at things as either too scary to make a choice, or you're worried about making the wrong choice out of fear. You're kind of frozen in fear. You're kind of stuck there. Life is going to pass you by. But when you make choices, knowing that each and every one of them with your intent and desire for the outcome, each and every one of those is an opportunity, is a present for you. And each and every one of those will lead you to where you wish to go. But it is always your will and intent to choose. I mean, the universe is never going to give you, for example, just one way to go. You know the way ahead, like that bridge. It's very clear. But there's always going to be presented to you all sorts of beautiful and wonderful different choices for you to make. Don't get frozen in that space, and don't have that regret about choices that you haven't made, because you weren't meant to make those now. But Spirit's telling you now is the time to, rather than sit and look at what was there, and perhaps look at something in terms of the regret of now what it isn't, but actually to start to see that because you are already moving forward on this journey, because you have already set out a will and intent for something to happen for you, that is no more. But there are other things coming in for you. And this is why you've got this Ace of Arrows, the breath of life. Aces are an opportunity for you to make a choice now. Aces are given as part of that divine design for you. This is a beautiful divine design here. It's very clear for you. It's something that is inspiring you. This is the Ace of Arrows. This is the Ace of Swords. This is that when we inspire, we breathe in the breath of life. This is something that's going to fill you. But you have to come away from, as I said, with this Seven of Cups, mourning the loss of, and also being frozen about potentially which choice to choose. If you have a thought or an idea or an inspired idea, that inspired idea, my darling, that is already just like the acorn to the oak. It's coming through to you at the right time for you because it's imprinted within you, and it's there to show you as a very clear marker ahead. So let's just finish off this reading just to see if there's anything else that Spirit wants to say. Oh my goodness. I think it's quite a lot actually, Spirit. Well, we've got the Archer, number 7, which is the Archer, which was the right way up. This is the Chariot. So this is, you know, I talk about a lot, where attention goes, energy flows. So make it your will and intent to focus. It's almost like, that's quite sweet really, isn't it? Because I talked about a bullseye. It's almost like that is what Spirit wishes for you to do. Keep your attention and focus on the end result. And don't worry too much about how the arrow is going to get there and you know, what's on either side of you, because when somebody's in this space doing this, they don't take any notice of anything on either side. So that's the message there for you with the Archer, with the Chariot. And is there any else that turned around the right way up? Yeah, of course there is. Then you've got the Queen of Bows, which is the Queen of Wands, the Hare. All listening, all seeing. It can feel sometimes it's a bit of an uphill struggle, but this is the Queen of Wands. This is somebody who has a very all-seeing, all-knowing approach to life, is living life consciously, but is listening all the time and doesn't run from her fears either. That's the Queen of Wands, and that's the Hare in this card. So there we are, my darlings. I feel that is a good roundup for you. Yeah, because you, there we go, number 13, the Death card, and the Three of Bows, fulfillment. There is definitely an end to something, and of something that was once abundant in your life, something that once brought you in quite a lot of feelings of everything really, but it's reached the end of its life cycle. And there is something new for you. There has been a completion here. Grows, the Keeper of Secrets, the coming in to deliver a message. This is the journey, the same journey card that you got. Where is it? Here. 2 different cards, 2 different decks, same message for you. You're on a journey. Don't fear it. You know, death in nature is always seen as a natural ending and a new beginning. And it is always as you know, returns to the earth, and so Spirit wants you to have a deep acceptance of what is leaving your life right now and what is to come in for you, because you have got the Three of Bows here, the Three of Wands, which is fulfillment. And fulfillment, careful, faithful, fulfillment. It is that feeling of that utter acceptance and understanding of why something happened in order for something else that is of that divine plan for you to come in. And it has meant for you and maybe another to shed skins, to learn, to grow, to look at each other. But this is, in this space, something that is very much part of almost like the roots, the connected roots of your life and somebody else's life. And you've already at a soul level made this decision with the two, do you see here, the two, what are they, two arrows, I suppose, or the bows here, and there is one more here. So there is already that decision that you've made for whatever it is you're desiring. Now your spirit is saying, just keep focusing on the target. Keep focusing on the target, my darling. So there we are. Sorry about that little extra. I hope you like that, but I just wanted to, and look at that. Sorry, I'm going to do one more. I just saw something else. That arrow is pointing straight up, straight up. Keep trusting, keep believing, keep knowing, keep seeing. This is all a divine plan for you, my darling. Okay, I'm finishing now. I'm finally finishing. So much love to you. Have a really good week, and I look forward to doing another reading for you next week. Obviously, my day readings, the What Shall I Do readings, I shall be doing those this week. And I'm going to be starting where are we now? October readings for you. So take care, so much love, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye, darlings.